Mekasafa President John Dramani Mahama promised to cut some revenue sources. BT betting tax, COVID-19 tax, e-levy, and the Akaka home. Yet two abandoned ya no winning. In his acceptance speech, and Odebe just said the journey is not going to be an easy one because the government had plunged the country into an abyss. It is not like as if Sena Onimo, not Onim. He has been a president before, or didn't need D among Wechina and Yende. No ni ya ekosubia na so panini timi gina simpie so ehye saabo we se nyina e wa bra wan kire ba bia obe generate revenue e de abu o my Ghana
enya omo pe na omo de to bet no ejuma ni honti 10% bet tax no yeba twem o hwe West Africa ha nyina Ghana ha ende tua etro eche on bia ewo West Africa. Nesanti e-levy yeba yebetwem.
Ansa na baba comment section wa bebe di matem no. O ba no aba be ka che me say President John Dramani Mahama abra no wo hye sa abo no. E kwan no o se obefa so a generate revenue. E de abu o man na no ankasa say it has been plunged into an abyss no enie. E no krese Dr. Mahmoud ba omi anso hye sa abo ni bi. Say oba ono so be cancel e-levy or be cancel betting tax and some other taxes be akaka ho now so we no anya ne sa kwa o kire kwan a obefa so a obe generate revenue e de abu o man no na alternative revenue generation na o de ba be se those taxes na nam no e bi ni say anka or the tax amnesty eba e no kire say wo bia acha wontua o tax bia anka wo se wotua interest or so na wotua penalty no obetwa sa penalties na interest ni nyina to agu se de be ya e be hye unkran ama oba betua o tax. Another one electronic filing of taxes for efficiency anka no an say afi so a o tax returns o filing electronically stress free we be hye microphone kran ama ko o matua o taxes afi so nanka the private sector was going to be empowered to undertake public infrastructure projects, which they say the private sector was going to be encouraged to finance, build and rent or lease to own to the government. And yeah, nanko the flat tax rate in so ba any de kekanka ho nanko this aniyama we see any eba beshe e-levy ni betting tax any other taxes or share bose enko ba or be abolition. Hwe sa nyansa sema Dr. Mahmoud ba umia propose ye nyina no still ye kan de pebia fa no ho efre ne ba ulaya ema no to wo a wakosuku a utimi read in between the lines stream ema abufuo be share wakomomu ma wa ankwa ankoto aba ena President John Dramani Mahama ne tibon koso achidifo no ekokoto aba edi yi ne no aba obeduru ye no eni hwe de wasesa na no awoka.
I assured him that when we come, we will rationalize the taxes. They have signed an agreement with the IMF. And so you might not be able to come and dismantle those taxes immediately, but we will rationalize them. We will make sure that we get revenue from other places.
President John Dramani Mahama, Ghana mamu any IMF from Komodi, when he did kind of TB, or who be dana. Enti, not onim se Ghana or IMF, and not all promises or babekati revenue sources ana. Sa elections we, President John Dramani Mahama, one BT Dr. Mahmoud Bahumion. Ghana for no BT. Ejano, afe na meso ano. Meso extensively kumu pa. Na besha se YouTube. Nti no wa check me ba we na se link in da ho. No subscribe to my YouTube account na. Say na say ya to aba na wie. Enu nti no, sebe ya adwene mu ha nti no. Ono abetumi afa e kira sa so aba be condition ya adwene. Na wata aye de opa, enya de be ma ho kwan.
I don't call Parliament. For those of you watching on Facebook, he's sleeping. But guess his slogan: "When you're busy, is this how to be busy? When you're busy, no ya. Can you sorry? 1, 2."
For our economy, no, Numa Beya, you for Guacamu, and answer 24-hour economy, 24-hour economy, 24, and they are no Nicasaqua. Chechemu, Cheye, Niantia Siaman, Now can say the two sad ya and only young folk and a gun will be a economy. Obi aso nyini ade ade asanya na putu obo mamu enti se wo ka asema utu mile no akyeresie ena ba me hu se ampa de wo ka no wo ba obetima eden aye na ado no sa ka ne sa da bi
ba
ochire mu se ka bi
o si 24-hour economy no sen ka wa ba ejuma se wo fitafo friends magazine for wa ba ejuma 8 no upon 2 obi be ba 2 no so upon 8 no bia ba enwumre sine be obi ka say ya na dra no ho nkyere no 8 no anwumre 8 no so the next day anopa 8
ba show me buzu asemo me master ma bia me shop no me ba anopa na me komi kwala na be to aso na se me na me kwasa aba me master ma so adwuma me shop nie na me ye adwuma tedi yi na wo ka 24-hour economy a wo ka no na me so mo kwala me na me kire o madwuma no se me start adwuma no anopa yi na botu na me pon me kwa hwan na ebe to aso hwan me chief na eba na say me last boy na adwuma na eba ho na e master entia no de anya adwuma na bera adwuma na se me na me master wo me won kwala me kire o madwuma na me ma ba no pa ma potu okro
me ana me tia na me ka tell before say someone so kan anu a na just am kwa de mo lose kra because they will do so around me. And before by 2017, what they told us was that most of the contract not exaggerating cost, no. And you almost yet renegotiation of the impactment history. It's in our Penamama video or say before generation capacity and count TMC 2014, 2015. The reason why I had NBC time no Dumsour was about what? A generational capacity. Before buying no renegotiation, we see any generator capacity problem with them. But the problem that we had was about what? Financial capabilities. So why are we going back to them? So between NBC and NPP, no, we didn't drop. And that's why Parliamentary Select Committee on Energy must be bold. They must have the balls to come and tell us the truth. Excuse my French. Because it's Dumsour. And I didn't want to hear you. We can issue one area causing financial loss, baby. We go to jail. We go to jail because there's no reason why. I also signing power purchasing agreements. And it's got it all. People don't read. Me patro generation we move radio. Generation we move. We are too baby. And this year they have super majority in parliament, but Ghana need be our Ghana need our citizen. And there was very important to you. They say you must read the fine details, the terms of a contract. You don't want taxpayers' money. Now, I have to about you be strain anado. You be strain about me. Masa strain no one strain. You do taxpayers' money. Now you be koto kaniano. You debate about miaka. Upempo. You debate about miaka. You debate anado. You can say him till thy kingdom come. You do tax no. Bet you aneka. You do tax better petramano. You do tax better dianiamano. Understand the issues broadly. Another power, you move away from Atembidiano to specific issues of importance to you. And Dumsour, you can trust say, Nana do on the Dumsour, Baumia the Dumsour, any minutes someone the Dumsour. I am a Yase generation when Colabri woman general for me and say maybe I say, they will never sleep in Dumsour. Opposition for your mama luzo. They will sleep in Dumsour. Now back up. Me know you better Dumsour. Me cry there. Me feel me inventors. You try me watch here. You do can you invent an oko. But back in the day, na me inventors. And you are not this my friend, mamma, and my coach, and mamma can you know. I mean, it's young. There's a snowstorm. America is a snowstorm. It also shake California. Obi and Obenya can you Dumsour. Obiada can you mo? Oh dear. Abrocho, Missy Ghana is Kaforo, that's my on the Dumsour. Doctor, for example, on the Dumsour. Dr. Fadades on the Dumsour. Beyond the Dumsour, but who better Dumsour? It's a less budget and focus on the main issue where you're important to many. Don't want us to miss it. Between this and people, we did drop. Somebody is lying. And then you have power purchasing agreement, America power. And before power, and then this is for signing those contracts away. America power, and then this is for signing contract away. What I said, we had those agreements before before President Mahama Any President Mills, the President Kufuor, Asprati project be. I have friend of West Africa Gas Pipeline Project. Okay, so some time ago, may not do so by you know. There was an explanation from government. You the Nigeria foca, and then you the Nigeria foca. You the end gas, Nigerian gas. You're from end gas. Not Ghana, you the because Nigeria was giving us gas from Nigeria through the West Africa Gas Pipeline. No, near the Asokaniawa. And bad, you know, near what a Tamano. Na promo di kwasi Kumasi because Kumasi the name yet. Ne de bia edu Tania. Generation when collaborate with my general for me and senior maybe I say they will never sleep in doom so opposition for your mama lose or mama takonya so they will sleep in doom so now back up me now you better doom so me cry there me feel me inventors you try me ho hia you doom kan ya na inventor no ko baba in the day na me inventors no and na this my friend mama na me ko say mama o kan ya na makoda no I mean it's yanya abroje there's a snowstorm in America. It's a snowstorm. It's also shake California. Obi enu obenya kane dum so. Obi ada kane mo. Ode. Abrocho Mr. Ghana is kaforo. That's why on the dum so that. Doctor for example on the dum so that. Doctor Father this on the dum so. Be on the dum so. But we better dum so. It's a less budget and focus on the main issue where important to me. Don't let us me see between this in people we do drop. Somebody is lying. And then you want power purchasing agreement, America power. And before power, then this if signing those contracts away. America power, then this if signing contract away. What I said? And we had those agreements before before President Mahama, any President Mills, President Kufuor, Asprati project be. I have friend of West Africa Gas Pipeline Project. Okay, so some time ago, may not do so by you know. There was an explanation from government. You the Nigeria foca, and then you the Nigeria foca. You the end gas, Nigerian gas. You're from end gas. Not Ghana, you the because Nigeria was giving us gas from Nigeria through the West Africa Gas Pipeline. No, near the Asokaniawa. And bad, you know, near what a Tamano. Na promo di kwasi Kumasi because Kumasi the name yet. Ne de bia edu Tania.
Abusianfo me mamu nyina adwo de ba RAZ MEDIA GH so me ma mu nyina nso akwaba mo amohwe me ewo Kennedy Japan Junior page ewo Facebook me nyaba me be ma waba me ma wakwaba soronko na mesro se nyanto wase na tena se na me no entoto ensem kakra yeni nkomo kakra emfa the update news political issues ekoso ewo yeman Ghana mu abusia mesro se bomodna na share video no na like video no na bom modern se video no beko akoduru baby a efata na ese se ebeko nyina eno sa ene be ma video no anya ni padom ama omo ayeden omo ahwe mesre won so se just don't watch but more than answer na comment ewo comment section box wo na at the right time no ya tumi nso ayeden akan ayeden ama ya said e be ya won so wasem obeka no enyira na mbom no ye be pia so ama amansan a omo beba be hwe video we nyina nso no omo bete wonka midin said the medical aka no midin ene Mr. Mafo ene eye another day of RAZ Media political show etima mu nyina akwa aba midin chia kese ema Rita apia a ohweme ewo YouTube ma me wo ho te sen sanso na midin chia kese ema nana da asebre a ohweme ewo Facebook abusu amesro se ma yente wonka se wo line no so na yentumi nchi amfani ndi mawo said ese na efata na waboa nso adome ahye video na amame na enkaifo no nso abeka ye ho na agenda no ya aduma no etumi di ahyehye so ewo nyame said nyankopon epe no Emmanuel Boache say we thank God we are back again. Yes, we are back. We are a chopper ewo babia wo abusiamfo yi ensem bi koso ensem bi koso ene Ghana for dodo na nu omo ho yes even NDC fo ankasa kuro omo koto abade ma John Mahama no mo nu omo ho this is a fact omo nu omo so omo se ombre ekoto aba ede ma John Mahama because promises are yede ma omo no enye saa promises no na omo yeden omo hu yes nsam no doso ebirum dine se nka omo kwa akoto aba na nka ade echi ya yema John Mahama konwa so ntena so as a president of the country na nka koko ana amana asha ase togu wonanum wo mo dan mu abere omo mpia bonten ebinom de epodwene se nka yeto aba ede yi John Mahama na automatically na nka ya mo adwuma onko school kura na ye man adwuma wo office akese obi onko school da o to aba ede ama NDC ntino said ye tie bia na o se NDC aban emma ne adwuma nye ewo yen kan say office ya sabi ye de nwomasua na eye madness ahead ye won sembebre ebo ne po wo man we mu in these 4 years eda ye ni mu because ensem na ebo ba no ani ba bi efiri bo ba no it is not a good thing for us enya de pa ma ye kura na na ba ya ba hai ye be kasa fa ne ma hodo ho Mahama appointed a nipa binom said they are the ministers of appointed some 3 ministers bia I was see hu omo nipa suban yeah I was see hu omo nipa suban omo ne di adwuma na omo betumi aye are they capable omo ye nipa bi omo ye honest omo ye nipa bi betumi age omo atom say sabio positions are yewura when anado de waya magana ntino o kasara wa hwe ni dim beba wa no saa all the time mama Diana Pia me mo akwaba wo te say anado de nyuma pa wa ye de ama o man Ghana ntino we your man ma papa na o ka presidency it is very difficult say bia ni din enye den emma wanum ntrimo fa ncheme na me ka John Mahama ho asem de me ka ne say nsem na ebobo ba no amu eduru pa enye dum sonko Mahama ya appointment bi a sa appointment na wa sha ase a oye no ensem bebre me say there is confusion at the governance big confusion because say what transna o doboro ntro eboaboa ntro no say no na udi win power we are more power no so we are na ye den ni aba be yasem yes because Mahama why no fashion no promise Ghana for the youth no ye ba ye betwa ye live ma free ho ye betwa betting tax ye betwa covid living ho an ho free ho no na o kompanfo ho nso a when I was canon some politicians are more say in the society no come on China na o promise one of ministerial position to the point to say onyama media kunyana kurapo no edu babi o reshuffle in opposition edu babi o mo reshuffle enipa bi na wadi can promise you to be some particular ministers no edu babi no opam won edi nipa foforo bai enti sa nipa we nyina sabio in opposition answer na be appoint o se na obeye minister no na kire se dwete wo ho dwete na wo ho de na de beye ye dwete bia ye agidi aye campaign said the be a campaign na ye win announce so abe de ho abe occupy that position ya promise o say ye de be ma enti nipa ne bebre e follow ye into that trap say they were giving monies to John Mahama so that when he comes in power, he will give them an appointment letter. And I name say papa insuno. And I'm yamami wentino. What they can make some huge promises binom to say be oba or the nipa 60 ministerial positions 60 pe and or the one by a juma. And the promise in there, papa na ye bio, why ye be a magana for the youth, and our sense why ye be a ma the big men in the society, omunira, obie when Mahama nim, so be deliver the huge promises that he made to them. Now, me de be a metana ma can't say. Say the one no, don't really e be wo. What the one no done really a be and wow. Just to say no, just come open your mouth and say no dear. I need you be able to me say the ano, ano. And na ye bu or manya, and I say the teacher of manya, and come in baba small girl no 7-year-old girl and commit me at teacher of mine. I'm an ye. Number no to govern a country. To lead the country, no, and ya no, and you. It is adibia, you're the knowledgeable people, you're the people with what them call big and expansive comprehension of issues. And you do omudi omayanim. Aye. Won't mean kofa kwasi bashia de nkeso medi omayanim. Abra omayan war crisis. Untimi nkofa kwa winsani mekese omra medu mayanim abra omayano crisis wo. Na mami, let me give you more. Wahu dada now. All what we are talking about and then say dada na. Sa nkrofo na omudi papa na chi titibre mu a omubedi nsemfo ema in a situation whereby na J Kufo build a fundamental nanka yehia just somebody with college and knowledge in governance nanka do minor free akobi no papa waiting betra konwa no so say niema one ne boss especially the brand ne boss e ka bi papa waiting me hwe nyankopon anim say your mind completely to the point to say IMF for crown they did not wanted to support this man anymore because they did not trust him. Say even when the IMF give him the directives, quite on fashion on managing the affairs of the economy, no, he was not even following them because Papa we know who sika or to say a bossika dinner and no and not here. The edisi can be no, and no the fan who no benyanko de kuguni daimo. I creating a family, the super richest family in the country. That is the aim at that papa team. That is the aim at that papa team. Enti a man in your one said John Mahama, His Excellency, the President of the Republic. Same way, this is a kind of intimate kind different. Can you offer so I did the port of Ghana? Ekomana dam for France near or not all shares womb I na menusuntia. The duties at the port and ye governable. Ne ye decisions are a individual nebeyeno. Ebe tekino. Fatu Timuse. John Mahama is going to implicate or kwakoye implementations ahodo with different sectors ewo man ma eye aban de pajo tie me ye. There are a lot of sectors eye cardinal ye kese cardinal che se ene na ye oman na koma sa ne ma no we good government na wo man yan develop ye to a certain level sa point ho no eye se wan kasa aban na wo so nye den on taking in charge of those cardinal point or sectors of the country. A bit to say light. I was saying engine a buying a kukum. A bit to say so. I was saying engine a buying a kukum. A bit to say education. I was saying engine a buying no kukum. I had a sabia. It is a pomodene honsem. I was saying engine a buying no ni kukum. Road and infrastructure. I was saying engine a buying no kukum because Sanyama we no me and Yama Bia. And then the pillars of the country. And this all mining and develop to a point now they come up private personal automatically. And they said they would do what I question individual business some the open and obey detect amount. The open and obey impose on your country. And for that reason, you know, you will never be why I'm fun near grow. Phobia member, me am wakwaba. Phobia, me wakwaba. Me say yanko pona do mo hoye. There was some cardinal pillars. Ewo amanyomu, especially a country like Ghana. You don't need to let the private sector take control of them. Oh yes, sir. Welcome home. Ebi na si ewo ye port ho a aban entumi mie na no nka hwe. Sa adwuma no enye na nado na ye o. Eye John Dramani Mahama ne nsa no adwuma. You know the meaning of that? This is a type of governance, and as a government, and as a governance or leaders are to mean who do responsibilities. So they try to shift responsibilities on people. Because when you say unye responsible manner, minim de beba utima ube to me de adebiti support. I unim say ho. And the main sources of internal revenue, internal generated revenue. What the Bekwa common broni say onji no only so no one decide the amount unless you are irresponsible leader. Because and then your minor coma. Se okofa the friend is saying Ghana yesika sem na wo de to ho na wo hwemu yi a asema making wow better as you say the majority of the internal generated revenue meka etoa o mining nya edebo o miner kohoma no apart from gold no the majority of the taxes come from the port enti baby sa no yemfa ni agro because when they come up private manner. What the private man is after, any young can say, mfasuo. So, what the adibisana koma private sector or no the open mfasuo, ajuma and aoye. But sanya mabisana ya dema abino because abino will rather not think about. Young can say mfasuo do, but said the beya obey to me provide the service. Edia more my mano. Na obetumi so ayeden ate saa aka no. That is what government does. Enti or some points bi a yemfa ni agro. Ye yenka ne say odefo ade. Saa ne ma no ye odefo ade a oman bi agina so de ye ne nti yemfa ncheche. Yemma kwan ma obi mfira bonte meji and control. But the bad news I have for you and I say phobia na asem kwasi beshi ade enam so ye irresponsible leader ntino the odi be by nene say a lot of the sectors na eye cardinal eye akoma e de ma oman no or the be private sectors no no atena fia relax na de abebo mutim ai ye de ba be buru mutim Yede ba abebro mutim. Enti se John Mahama washa ase se energy sector no obe privatize. Hey, Ghana for pa na nti I don't understand. Me say I almost say the entire day I can say I'm breathing. Me kese me breedi a ne bi no me sere me. Me man sere me o. Man sere me. Na your problem kese da yanim. Se kwesi ba hia ade pa se ono no. Ontumi manage the electricity no. Or kwa koton di ama private sector. Na private sector for manage. Hey. Na dia ya ne say agreement no so kro ni obekọ akoye no o se akọ akoye twa ne de ahye ho na de aba beton ama Ghana ni odi opa bra brochire se oba brochire a ensuo light port ensuo light port road and infrastructure say road ankasa railway lines any distance a very cardinal or minor kumano yemfa ni agro hey military man we am wo mi the port authority no bind there bind there ye betimi ama wakwanya mo wa manage but yen ton ma yen ne privatize because yen ne private say wom the private man no the open or the beye kuroma no oye sa so a who mia kuroma no kon said ye na ye de port ho emia manfo kon a ye de ehun hawo ehun sabio ehun atemudie akogu na nado so no de John Mahama eba abeye no eba abechichiri ye nyina ye kon kwakuma no memu akwaba mi ame ho ye pa phobia member ewo YouTube saa so na phobia member ewo Facebook enema bi wo ye mfa ni agro enti ene asema Mahama de aba ne se enam se dumso aba Ghana fo ekasa enti no wabere enti ene de obedwene ne se kwanya obefa so a obe privatize the energy sector eho ena ye mu wuo no mawu light bill mu ntimi ntua biem mawu madika atro de enti a bibi sa na yemfa ni agoro madika atro de enti a niema bi wo ho a sector bi wo ho a yemfa ma private man because aban a wo ya aban pa osikani kwajuko achimi ya mo akwaba aban a wo ya aban pa wo social responsibilities binoma the right of your citizens I find indispensable right akwanya bia was say wuntumi nyama o man mano your obligations by force obligations ebine ayaresabia ka kwan ensuo aduane ena light sanyema we a responsibility of the leader to provide them at accessible price. And it is the development countries now. August Ramponsa nyame mo akwaba. Uko the developed countries now. Nipa bia fie ensuo aban ne ntroban bi beduru ne fie. Enipa bia obia fie ntroban bi beduru ho. But obviously, se uja sa nsuo na ukọ supermarket se wa koton su fufura ene na enya aban de. But ufie na wotim no. Before ansana emrabe ma kwan se nipa betimi atena sa fie num no. These are the leader's responsibility to provide you with a potable water in your home and also a water, potable water, light, and in some countries the gas. Into yenton emfa ma private man Because the private man, the private man is coming in for money to make business over it. And what are the services and able to me privatize, able to me a tongue and private man. Second needs, your first need, into from second need going no a honor there. The ya bind the to me turn the private person. I'm a private person in any business in Yeska because and then your base to and then the one ya wabrabo and I say own quite be free with some. You have brought in an incompetent man. Evans and Kamami Amoakwaba. Abana Amokotu, you know. You are bringing in somebody who don't even understand leadership in a society where poverty is the majority. Entienne, maybe video natural. The idea, Ewa Mahama ni Timene said, he wants to give the energy sector to private men. Yawu. Evans Ankama wo Italy. Mame Nolida Nyako wo Italy. Winston Kofi, me bra panyina, was watene you do poache. Se asema make intro na media phobia also u abrochire. Se intro na media monka nkyere me. Ye wanyema bi wo yemfa ni agoro. Ensuo ne nkadea ne ka akwane saa ne ma no yemfa ni agoro. Highway de ene ne ye second need. Enti said ye biano. Ye bema private standards gini sika nketenkete. Meka super highway, meka super highway. Enye from city to city. Enye from city to city ye through the cities. Eno kurampo no ye ma obi private man be mfa ni sika meshem no de to nipa because it was a banning guarantee the citizens free of movement guaranteed. Trains are hodo se wo call man bia mu a trains na e run from town to town, city to city na asefo no trains no. The majority of them belongs to the government. And your government and the government hold a big share in it. Maybe hold more than 51% to have the ownership of the what they call of that company, to make sure say he can guarantee his citizens freedom of movement. So Mahama, and then the energy sector, no, you want to sell lazy leader, very lazy. A lazy leader. What's the same question? For dinner, China, or Muye de or Minum, the Jimmy Qua, or can your Montiasia? Gift me more quaba. And a bra, coffee will so more quaba. But I mean, only a young come on so quaba pa. Mean separate mo be biabo call. Very lazy man. On my friend again a year here for. What the kind Tom Port? Emma Honsem yen come ye. What on Port to know? Amen, no say. Ghana for come because Boris on now, France ni wadam for Boris on or not if Port Hono. Our didn't seek investment or Port Hono. He don't care about Ghanaians, how we are going to feel. The Ohiane say, Nen Sabeka Nisikan was saying Yam Faswaka home. And on Nanche, who see Eno Anson, Entianedia, the energy sector, the electricity energy, no, the light, nani and canisana, one of the basic needs of every citizen. No. I was said, a buying kitam na emfasona meye ne jina so kese odi ye adwuma no na mbom so be provide light na ma nipa na omo wo man num na be ye ne main aim of doing that, no. Who say, oh, yeah, then, oh, Barberton, they are my private man. So that the private man will come in with the interest of making money on the expense of the poor people who woke up in the morning at Saturday, 7th December, to go and vote for you. And more. Sorry for my expression. And more. Say Jimmy Pan and NDC for boys. I was saying, can then come more to go about 10. I did Mahama. Say yes, NDC supporters say I can kind of omunima can kind. So my generation a mum ye. Say nipa can some more montia secura me dream woman. And yes, sir, I was saying come more to go about 10 ye did. A Jimmy for and net Molite Bay now. You promise him say because of 24-hour economy. Wow, you organizer, yeah, campaigner. Now wafa pickers kitao. Say na cheat na wine you be cool, you be proud. Mahama be bano. Mahama say or kwa an electricity company they am a private man. As a private man and in Sasso electricity company no ma. When I be say what dim kwasiasem. Yemfa nia grow. Ye wa abrochire ha ye woy. Abrochire say ye pese ye develop nko ya nima. Kuro we mu. Mo amwa abrochire na just give me if I'm making a mistake. So when tia will light be kura for so 3, 4, 5, 6 months, the government or the company does not have the right to take off all your light in your house. Some say bo amon kan kire me. Adentia. So when people light be for 4 months, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, company ni kwan emra man kwan so be den obetumi aye den atwa light no mu completely because I was say untumi nya light ye enough so betumi aso light na watumi keep you fridge and now TV and then the basic need I was a buying guarantee for amount. But the company were a private company. At the first bill I went to know because no, he's not there for your good being. The private company is there for making money at the expense of your poverty. Jimmy, Dr. Alhaji Muhammad Bawumia, kasa boy pro de Ghana for no kama mu nyina mote mo ho ase say he don't understand why Ghana, a country like Ghana, Nyankopon chade awia boy pampam from an upper 6 o'clock to a numerous 6 o'clock. Now still ano, you believe in using gas and diesel to produce electricity. Or catch them. Into no. They are now arguing say he was coming to bring out a system. Ye be move from gas and fuel generation of power to solar panel generation of power. Mosemon tiasie. Te say ye jimina wura ye tinumu to the level say ye can sempana ye tiasie. Look at how long Ghanaians sat down wa omoma na do ball free SHS hu da wura ansana ye manaba. Te say mo de enam se ye di mu abro no ache amana wura mu dom pemuma. Ema te say de be mo papa de adwena adwen pade mamono. You don't appreciate that because you are used to the evil-minded people called NDC. Omo bom mo apro. Omo ye den omo bom mo apro na mo pro mo asem. Enti yeba beto the Ghana electricity no ayo ho ne yeba beton. Ebi amenke se yeba beton Mahama bese atwa ne ho aba beto fa. Anani wi bi ba beto fa. E ho na mo bo so mo di kwasi asem. Now your mind be jina ho na ke se o mind na ya ton a. Do you understand the meaning of o mind na ya ton? Ekesi ya ton man and then say ya 4 man and ya twitwa nsase na ya chama amanfo. Services na ye cardinal I no decided the future of the country no. Eno na ye tonton ma amanfo. Saa bere mu na ejina okese o man no ya ton. Enti ya di kan ton port na mo bi 35 good years. Anado ba yo ye de obeye nyina wantumi anye hweamfa ho because the agreement na etare ho no na ye so powerful to the point say who kese odo nse ka saa port na age so man no uja oman no nyina uja de ma Boris John akwa na ofiri France no Mahama anso nani o se ene de the energy sector no he is coming to privatize it or beton e no nso de ama nipa foforo na nipa foforo no nso are taking in charge of prices of unit of energy e ho na obehu nyansa gift me mo akwa mimi akwasi asamwa won so me mo akwa and the sister no dey nya akon kan see Mr. Mafo. Now things has changed. If you receive more than 3 bay, they will load the light. So I'm guessing they will cancel the light too. They will load the light. The battery light, they put the kilowatt now. A wo ufie hono and ye better swab from but okanya yen because a buying holds higher percentage or is completely a company of the government into no a who money akwanya so betwa wayim or lighting so that is why these things are important. Say they must to remain in the hands and the management of the government, but a lazy president like Mahama want to give it to a private man. Now I 10%. No way in any. I don't know yet they will be scared. I maybe I make the yammy yasun say here for us in the DNDC. I hear for any DNDC. Oje say na do betra akonwa no so no. Na no onim say betimi aton energy sector no na pressure ma meto government so ana. But Nanado did not do that because he believes say are good to say the country will manage the energy sector to make sure say they can get a price accessible to everyone. Most of them no more per media metifie cognac na ba ma bobi ma yele cigar obi o ha na matwa to so enye cigar okura pona se bia se bi cigarette bia na matwa to so na mayi mani ebe bon 9 na tresi bu ache na ma ba na lode na te efie fufuro bi m na bia nyuma gum na manfu twom na ase eno na mo hwehwe. That is what you deserve and that is what you wanted and this is what you deserve. Aye. Na ahokyere we no. Ahokyere we no. Mona mo bebre o. Hwe. You see, and the NDC will come out and tell you, na MPP amanyoko no ton abanye japade, MPP amanyoko no ton hotel. Hey, oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Moka okuja tabra kwa kaka ure okuja tabra kwa. Osi MPP amanyoko ton hotel on tiasie. Me adentia hotel ye ya aban de. Ye de me tax ebe ko sustain hotel no. Ama hotel na tim ayede arwane. Emfa me ho. Be se ye de me tax eco support supplying of electricity in the country. It is good it's good thing. It is positive. That is how things must to go. But okuja to kwasia mpanyini be gina bonten ye dede man kwasiafo binum gi to mu se na nado bo man no kro no na nado wanted to ease useless cost binum na da aban no komu e ho ne mfaso emma no because even the managers there were thieves. They were stealing in the name of your managing government hotels, country hotels. The ones are same we buy and be a miana no. Huh? Godwin Tete memo akwaba. Samijasi wonso memo akwaba. Phobia. Do you prefer say a beton? La body beach they are private person. And I say yen ton electricity na e wo man no private person, na private person inside a cost of kilowatt. Which one do you prefer? Me catch them say. And me go so catch them say. And yes say obi time amanyoko we yo. Omo mu dia konya sese yo. Yes say bia time omo. Yen time omo. But ye ni mo and this amanyoko timi bo more than katana ni ton. Government companies mako 320. Ye tombi ma asofofo. Ena omode aye ofene sen asori ahodo. Companies, Manchis company, shoes company, many of these companies. Yet on Toma man for inside of maintaining them and keep it create even employment juma you to juma yano. We rather show them to people to transfer them into churches. Inti amfa yankoton ama entrepreneur no kura na maintaining no e create employment for the people, but rather we showed it to people say omon transform in human into churches. Yanko bompaye yanko ye preaching na edruba bia na ye cantons hele baba yanko pombeto mana afri wi man begu ye nom ye more than na sa kwase ampanyini we timi sa me can't say the government has no great job. The youth, they know they play betting because they like camo. Now job no day. Now so they do to buy gobe. Now kwasi ampanyini. Ote so where bow nsemu sre. O bow nsem ye be yi bet ye free ye be yi tax ye free bet so. Jimmy, one worry ye. One worry ye. Aka krabi. Sa water works na award the whole country. Say about beton they are private man. Na asem no ya ye ni cross. Ya ton ma. And then the first say ya ton on mine. Ah, he say na do aton Ghana mine. In which way? In which way? Na do to me the nice form or to me the nice form say petrol ho me ma wo metu because of the percentage that you want to give to the country. ENI any ya from any unim de nti omunya adwuma Ghana biem because they were cheating Ghana and John Mahama promised to bring them back. Awudie ne nkrono bo ene da nkrofo wetim enti abusie mo light no mo da sumu awia se de be betima maintain no mana ye no na de ama private man enti light no sign bar you have to pay more before you get light at home. Fatu tim happen a mane nye onwa e plan ya plan e juma ya sheda hihya to se e be mana afa mutim na wo de asuanyansa enti nkwasi asem na nkwasiafo ya ba bonten ka e na na do na mpese light be gina so na do aye sabotage na omoboa they want to sell the energy sector to a private people to get their share from net. Etubeko na kwasi ampanyin se mejamfi atofie ewo ye kan say Santa Haze so say frɛ say na okuja to abra kwa onya adwuma bia wo na bra bom ete about a land of 4 acres so ewo airport wine and wine. Ai na wonam kromu ye dede eyezu eyeza na ye ton udache eyezu eyeza na free education nka krakra na ye twam free ho se unya nyansa kenkan a niema bi se ye ka ho asma obeti ase ayeden a contest no ye person will remain ignorant stupid as you are nyansa ni kwanse bi ba otim ti ye ba ye koton de ni billions a ye ba ni ape 5 million a show nsem na wani age na opodede and this yamanyo code oba omo chesika yenya free money Inya bibia. Ngai. Na meba. When I frame. But your mom to us, we want to us my receive message. Phobia man who call no. You wanted to call in? Oh, wait to me after me why? I know can you scanning kwajo or say Papa no ti East Legon not here. East Legon. Okuja tabla kwati 4 acre of land so East Legon. Unim nebo. Phobia. Pajini. Consumitio.
Fantastic program about where we
But I see the
analysis now. We need to do that. Good ideas, made fantastic education. And I'm talking
with you, me.
I was the best I see here.
For
I was the best I see here. Was one day, and then you come up private institution, right?
Yes.
They say, I was the best I see here. And here anything, when you say, any poor mind, when you and here, anything say, for baby for yak and all. That's Ghana. And a brand example, where public institution. Now, when it's that one, Rock City Hotel, when it's that one, was this, and Labad, and for what I say, almost premier papa, public institution. And then, and then this year, I was the best I see I got up to Ghana, and then you come up private institution, so I'm running. I mean, from Papa, I mean, from car. I mean, from car. RAZ Media.
All right. Menasi bebe any support. Bye phone. Enti abusianfo asam na ye kan ya agro bi na ye dio. Hotel de kura ye se enti ase. But enede we are ready say John Mahama emfa the energy sector eyo minor kumano or minor kumano yemfa ma private people ma omo manage. Na
local.
Yanto we bo video natural one can say Mr. Mafu enede only argument na wako create there be me create argument. I take people's autopus someone in autopus aboa no nem nso ma over thousands of feet if an autopus yes and it the form of friend pop yeah can bro from your friend autopus mfante for no pepa me nua no mo koto abama Mahama no mo pesa aboa no ne we pa if what takes na je me aba me mo akwa autopus no ne na mo sa aboa no enam se wo no ana ne nam na edene too much to say John Mahama na asem kan dene no wo no ana ye de ono nko ane hu nsuo ne no ano ye mfa nsufu from fa wo de ne si da asene no mu a ne wanya ntobase ma ne wabua so bebi so na nsuo e wo ni mo no do so se ne de nka okoro betum de agu da asene no. So we gather things from him himself and we put them on the board. Ya Clement me ma akwaba abusia John Mahama is talking about two things here, but I mean, I mean, more two video now where we are talking about privatization of the energy sector. Now, oh, I say Dr. Lahaj Muhammad Bawumia and another Danko Kufuado. Ghana for a bedroom baby, Yabeko Yokoto dream, Yabeko Yokoto dream, Abutuho, Abom Paye, Asra Boniface for Yankopon. Now the reality is catching John Dramani Mahama. And some na do abadi echire catch them say monto abama ne mra na omeye mamo amantia na mutie obi o promise mon chenam ne dokono ne hwan no. This is what this man is saying. The video way ye wi an mama more deep analysis. T.
But beyond that, in order to be able to achieve that, we must not look only at the macro, we must also look at the micro. For instance, I mean, issues to do with taxation are an important issue because of the IMF program and the targets, revenue to GDP targets. The government has kept imposing new taxes, mostly indirect taxes. We must hit the nail on the head and look at the more difficult issue of bringing more of the informal sector into the tax net. I'm sure there are best practices all over the world where the informal sector is incentivized to come into the tax net and contribute its part to revenue. I always give the example of artisans who come to work in my house. I think I've mentioned it to Robert and Michelle before. And they charge me huge sums of money. I mean, they are repainting my house because I had won the election, and so they came to repaint my house. And when they brought the invoice, it was for 5,000 and something thousand and something. You know, but he's not going to pay any tax on it. So how do we get people like this to come into the tax net? I'm sure that there are ideas that we will work with in future. But two other pillars that generate non-tax revenue are the cocoa is history now. But we want to take a look at that again, because if we don't fix the Electricity Company of Ghana, we will continue to have a major problem with our.
Now, we shall form into me train Emma Papa in Candy or Canon to us. And we be home come. But you, Muka, I said Dr. Lahaj Muhammad Womia catch a Ghana for some Montua Baman and Merano bar through the Ghana card. He's going to bring on board all the informal sectors to pay taxes. Mokai. Doctor, no one can say no barber her kwan or befaso. Or say, what planny be we or share that to kwan quating or say demarco. Say him or call you. I don't know if you people remember. I'm so see Denmark, one of the Scandinavian countries. Also, she that could study their taxing system. No, they bagana say beya. Omo muntia tax. Omo beba on board. They are saying Dr. Sankai or say bema tax free. Obi ode tax ka untia ye bi on oba 0 to 0. Say the beya. One a wuntia tax omo di omo ho asie tetibre mu nyina na omo di omo ho beba. No mo abeka part of the tax payers no ho. What you say papa we kan and okay the okay month abusia. Asema jo Mahama kan ye mote. Afe no ba bedwene. Kwan obefa so obetumi aye de Dr. Lahaj Muhammad Bawumia owo ne plans da ho dada no. Ye koya na ase ye buy. But mo koto abama papa we because of nchinam. Once we jan nchinam ho nkomodie. Huh? Momukoto Aba Estonia. Yeah, Mr. Kwesia Samoa. Thank you very much. SKB TV, me mwako abapa. Mokoto Aba ma papa we because of enchinam. One say now buy and sempani nyansasem na Dr. Bawumia na o kano afei na ono baba dwene ho kwan obefa so betuma implement the same thinking that one can say ideas ya na Dr. Bawumia ni team. Say yes, here, Jimmy. This is what we merit. Huh? This is what you merit. Samusimo Jimmy. Yeah, the idea bremo abdiane benemo amom pedi say yekoto twe na mako hwe chi kwan akofa dia ba. Ma me moso na tie o man kese bia na me bo video no wantie ne ye. Or say to make taxes no to create internal revenue no. He must to bring on board the informal sector. As same when a Dr. Bawumia, one of his campaign message. Dr. Bawumia, one of his campaign messages was this. Emma Mahama Kuraba Beka said, why do you want to cancel people who has not paid taxes? Why do you want to cancel their debt? We all say Aquaway. And I'm saying him the name Timuntino. And he is there to come and copy from Dr. Bawumia indirectly. Indirectly. We have a video no be
We must hit the nail on the head and look at the more difficult issue of bringing more of the informal sector into the tax net. I'm sure there are best practices all over the world where the informal sector is incentivized to come into the tax net and contribute its part to revenue. I always give the example of artisans who come to work in my house. I think I've mentioned it to Robert and Michelle before. And they charge me huge sums of money. I mean, they're repainting my house because I had won the election, and so they came to repaint my house. And when they brought the invoice, it was for 5,000 and something thousand and something. You know, but he's not going to pay any tax on it. So how do we get people like this to come into the tax net? I'm sure that there are ideas that we will work with in future. But two other pillars that generate non-tax revenue.
Doctor, now I planted the hodada. The Oba Yeni, who won't care tax for long years, you know, and you're afraid of bejo tax. So Oba Bezelo Bibia, not the Waba board. Yes, some come as I said, the benefit of the Ghana card, especially now your 10 number for each and every one. And the artisan now, Papa will just have all comment to say, or more by year, Juma when you fear, or more 5,000. Papa will cry a pepe. President Timwa, who fear be paying 50 million pe. O san cry a pepe can home. Enti nipa we all come one sem the artisans or so moon pia tax ya. All can one sem no. This was the same message that Dr. Alhaji Mahama Bawumia has been preaching to bring on board more people to pay tax. Now I am a frat. Said the beya ni padodo beche tax na tua na opia so atua kakra. Me nim se mpanyfo a mo hweme. Mo kai anase monkai. Mo kai anase monkai. Enya akwa we na so obo betwitwa tax me. Now, dear, he's trying to create more taxes on people. More we say be before at the power of fear and pet. This is a koto answer, and son of your neighbor then, but enforcing no moto no more. When you pada sani, I did the fear see on pet, I just say a koto answer, and son and anybody actually, the be bama wa kai mio. Now I jam so the be bama one kai mio beat no crana the I cannot sing it well, but I am say Nanka, I was trying to find a video of Dr. Bawumia explaining this thing and John Mahama or the Dean Komo. But on this note, I want to tell Ghanaians something. And this is for Mo amokoto Obama and this especially. Sa asem we His Excellency kan hai. E kire pepepe se onimu se and this for mo Jimmy. Enti during campaign obeka asem bi se ya e kire mo a enkamadwene na ntimi capture what he means. So he rather use your stupidity to convince you to go and vote for him. And Chinam Dokono. I Becton tax. He levy. Because when him say, and no na momo tiasye, and no na moma dreneno, eye adapted to. He don't value you people. All of you people are more him, and for more him. Is there any campaign messenger, John Mahama, His Excellency, the President of the Republic, the lazy president? Ojina Babi can say he was going to bring the informal sector to pay the taxes to Ghana government. And one can be that. Why? Because he knows, his followers, his followers are shallow-minded people. and they don't deserve to talk with them with intellectual discussions, with effective plans and initiatives. Entinyaba, yase nchenam bo ne yeba beti so. Dokono bo ne yeba beti so. Kurasi ni awutie kurasi abanche na udo. Yase dollar bo aye de na udi ejina so aye campaign. Ujimi ye. Wo dollar wa humbida. Kurasi ni sabio. Wote mpoano awo ensuo so na wokọ. Fish na wokọ yuba wa chibia we na wote ho. What's dollar bo ekosoro? Do you know what is dollar? Have you ever seen dollar? Ye Kenyansa sema chiremo. Ye Kenyansa sema chiremo edi ajimon kwa. Ama mohwa tomwa mosi muntie. Mode mubenya dabia ye treat mu as a stupid people. That is what you people prefer. No wonder Mahama insulted all of you. Mo amokoto abama ajo Mahama nyina. Mahama di mu nyina tem ansa mokoto abama no. Met yenoma yeni ate no. Yankwa nkoto ama no. Ena binum sukura na pia bonten ankwa nkoto aba because they knew said the man was insulting everyone in the country. And to be catch say some of the NDC people, their mindset no is so shallow. I bet him melt easier than Milo ediogun so shame. Aja raps na bamo enti raps na bamu dia itumi ye rams no mane soso ye pa. Mahama nim say ne supporters no omo ye shallow minded, omo ye shallow. Because when him say omo adwene no obetumi de nkwasi asem amelt no easy than ensohie anase Milo ye de agu ensohie. Within one second na melt no one so do be kan china masem obeka and simple man fast when you so actually won they will all fall for you because their mentality is weak. And you Dr. Baumiani message now the buy campaign among Giantum no. After you give the power to your leader no, this is what he's saying. And Nadia painter will be painted ufie and when you are so. Let's move forward. A Hana Papa Webeka Sembia thinks a Ghanaians must to demonstrate against this. The
Cocoa is history now. But we want to take a look at that again because if we don't fix the electricity company of Ghana, we will continue to have a major problem with our whole power value chain. And so going ahead with privatizing the last point of distribution of electricity to bring in private sector efficiency is something that we want to take up again. We would like to speak with the World Bank to get the expertise to be able to do that. Okay. I spoke to the Americans during my last visit to the US. We met the Millennium Challenge Corporation and we asked if it was possible for them to reinstate the $190 million that they had devoted to that aspect of it. And they said the door is not closed. And so we need to pursue that discussion. Or if we don't have access to the 190 million, if the World Bank can support us, you know, to be able to finish that aspect of it so that we can reduce the losses, you know, where it has to do with the IPPs. But in the meantime, what we want to do is to restore some transparency in the system, restore the cash waterfall mechanism so that we stabilize the situation until we're able to carry out all the reforms in that sector. So off the top of my head, these are a few.
John Mahama is ready to privatize the energy sector. And then you Papa we solution on Nibio. Atonton the NDC brat yen tonton minor Japadi na privatize no as it nyina say abanye Japadi yen ton ni sika yen ton sika na fama private person now manage. Yes, or manage you on ton on yen de ope. Privatize no and then say cooperational and as a collaborational. It is not about sharing, selling shares. So privatization means completely selling. Yeah, turning in a ye won't cross no say what one at the trema. Ha, who ye am punching and punching in druba beer. A bochiba so baba ton wa ponchia, or ton money we are what tia cano. So born Utiana by Sibia, or charging a by Sibia 500. We are now up to 20 Ghana B, and I say 30-40 Ghana B the amount Nipana or Campon, Chenosa. And I find a tremor. Into what one adji tremor to say what one more go ahead, what power self free home completely. You don't have any say. One case of Babeton part of shares to the private person, privatizing it. Monfan to mutim. Monfan to mutim. But bra a campaign actually mono. One can't say we answer. I can't tell them say Sebio or no crano free a buy mu na doom so was here. But I know buy or see doom so that's all. Who is who? Fanfu or Kanamaya or can it be a you carry a hosa? I wish I must say she video no like it. Na invite to Nam for so no moment me show no be. Patricia Comfort Mafo. Me about no akwaba. Me no nyina share one day more. I mean, didn't tell the H na so. Abusu asa wate. Ye ton energy sector no ate ho trema. Na wonan up in form. One ya semoka. Private sector no the ope and or the energy sector. Eho. And a mobesua something we call nyansa anyankopon de mo bia. But it's not common for everyone to use it. Me and Babby be my slow. Wait to me, I like him video now, mammy. Why? We yes, our boy me pa. We like him video now. What boy me ye? We like him video now. What boy me pa? Inti meselo say when you me show no one. No about mother na like it. Yes. Unyan subscribers to this channel so. Message the wa say, but mother na day na like the video no mame. Na subscribe channel no mame na beka abusian kuo kese no ho. Say the be ya brebia no, obey part of the people. You make this reality real in the history of the country. And it say agenda ya Mahama afai. Me sense is be me shift to another discussion. Mo port no yaton 35 years. Nipa amohwem ye mu bebre in 35 years na yente asibiem. Ye hu what is going to happen. On the note of that, mo energy sector no so ye samba beton e de mani pa fufura. That is what we call state capture. Enyan kwasi asem bi no anan kwasi afu we di ne Ghana ho. Etientem say amamfo ye state capture. Adentia Bank of Ghana is central bank, the most tallest building in the country. I no Koreshe Ghana anymore. That is not state capture. That is not state capture. State capture is what they are doing. And more probably, Mahama has interest in buying the electricity company of Ghana. Obetofa, Obenya shares wom. Abusia, yeni agro. Nsem na yebetra ha ye kana na a serious matter. Some people in a tia by moon or yes idea we ya nka the radio stations and TV stations ya Ghana nyina. Come topic anyway. Because I say we are Mahama kan ye. One can go to Kromo or can't share the World Bank for so no person on turn the energy sector. On send up a panel heno. Says what bodam. I hear 4 man we ain't say. o kope ka beto won komo Samuel Kwabrama nkwa me ya mo akwaba the World Bank Director for West Africa and Central Africa and Papa Tuntum na not in nchen ho no na ohwe no with eye to see say hey are you so energy sector na wo dey supply ukro mu mana sa aban na eba na gi a ono no aban no nyemfa so bumi na opa free energy sector ho kakra bi obenya bia it is enough important ne say obema o man ne kanea ma amanfo nyuma koso na economy na boost no wo dey come private sector na private sector na bebu amanfo kon mu akekere won kon hey nanado befa wo Johnny no ko papa na o se na wo friend Johnny no mesero befa no ko na de da bia meka every Ghanaian 6 months to come will kneel down in front of God and beg God for forgiveness. Christina Boatema Memoakwaba. Ghana ni babia 6 months to come. We are all going to kneel down and beg for God for forgiveness because of how ungrateful we have been to Nanado. In this hardship, completely hardship, completely what them call difficulties globally. Papa wait to me jran and nine so. I'm a one tongue and Japadian farmer. I'm an onefo. Adia ba kopa and no crop one tongue. Nanka all tongue who shares the Amagana Niba. Nanka said you Gana Niba no kura make money kurana o Janu Kronum a hotel. Na me amitihui. Me first need any hotel as a Ghanaian. Who Gana Niba na wo hemeno. Ohia Niba na se bi o free drobo tan number 2. Asaria damsu brekum. Mpatase wo free doma ama su chiremasu biadaso number 1. Sunyane wo free yanka ne se chira. Nkwasiafo bloggers na mo blogoma Mahama no. Mo maame no mo tinkurase ho no. Ghana hotel na ehi omo anase nkane obe ombenye mu adam ewo mu akura na ase ho ene hia won se brana chemponto hotel wa Accra na ode ne bo ode one night bo eko 1 billion na me emfa me ho but se Mahama ton light ne de ma private person na ode 1 unit ne bo ko na nim kese a me ameti akura ase tan number 2 ho no ade na ebi kame. So when Nanado is implementing policies here, I cover the whole nation. Ma obianya so mfaso no. John Mahama will introduce case I be beka or mine no mubia. But that is what we said we need. Adentia because a tip on cost of war. A tip on cost because adetia no pa. Ye penyans asemati no ye the TV akwa akoto onua TV. Na kwasi ampanyi bi na nimu tuntum sese bi ofunu a odam pam Saturday morning na ye enche ye ba be fa na akwa kosie no na de tawo agu ni komu na oteteam ojei MPP akromfo omu wiamo na ye tie e de no akogina so akoto aba na se ye nkoto aba mo hu ye wie ye twa ye kon asiedu nkatia na ye sie no. You didn't understand. Ye baba timo kong. Ye be tonton ye man. And I say ye history say MPP and this for there. Abaya Japade no bonton. We ni kwan so man ye uni o. Nti abato na mokoto ana ye ka ho asem no. This is what we meant. Ye beto man na Japade no dia ma private people. Na omo dia ye di omo pe. Into toma private people na ono no only any social contract with the citizens of Mowo Mainum to provide them essential needs for life. And nearby, basic, the minimum, mandatory, say, a buying, edibama, krumano. Private person on this responsibility no. Enti ochina or sorry na niti emuke kano. No, see, just shut down the machine, sir. Who Ghana, you know, dear now, can you hold him accountable? Can you go out and demonstrate against the private person? Mesekita a responsibility of the government to keep the light stable at a lower price. Only be a day, able to me any sika at the auto light nibi at them. Abusia, governance is about ideas. Governance is about responsibility. Governance is not about me a president, no. And this, but unfortunately, this is the level that we are, and we must bear it because someone support for 35 years. Ghana phone to me say this man will do another agreement in the energy sector. Nobody can touch it forever. Finish. Yato yaton yate hon trema. Mumpe babi na monna. Kofi large mwakwaba. Ye ba beton ate hon trema ntina san. Get away. And found so Ghana ni. Akwesi ose Miriam me ma wonso akwaba. Abusu amesro se mon share video no na mon like video no ma me na yem push video no ko yanim. Yes, nipa na yom no. E doso. But still likes no iswa. Enti nkrofo we betena ho. Na omo keka omo nsem na ye de yenimu hwe na ban na dada ye ene hwan ya oboa e agenda bi omo prepare omo order the then government not to do any order for diesel for anything because they are going to do their business. And then I can say more chiremo. When we say ne graduate in some Bible thing, boba, there is always a reason for Mahama to do something. The reason for Mahama to do something has always something to do with corruption. The reason for him to do corruption is to get money and pack them for his sons and daughters and children. Ose parbi me ma wakwaba. Enti nsem na o ma megina o mo keka e na hwan no. Ni nyina ye ntro. Okay ga we. Ti asema
I've been quoted in the media saying that the energy sector is going to be the biggest challenge for John Dramani Mahama. John Mahama himself has spoken and talked about $3.5 billion in debt. That is an uphill task. Some would say that perhaps the country is going to go into doom so right upon the entry of John Dramani Mahama. What are the assurances that you are going to deal with the energy sector situation?
Well, then I have bad news for you. Just today.
I have a bad news for you. She said, or candid, or Kranwajija them no can't say he has a bad news for you. Because or can with pompous because of the personal interest. And what the ecosunum. Sakwa win a energy minister. Sakwa we any energy minister as of today, or any the energy minister for Mahama administration. And the all can be unknown him. Ye ko science agreement ya kwasi ampanyi ni we ne bedi animu. Na nimu wa he. O he. Yeah, akwa we. Ye kwa ko sign agreement na. He is the energy minister. Ono ne be kwa ko lead. Nti won so o kasa kire no. O ye relax. Now we are a minister. Now we are a responsible minister. Now your interest of holding that office, and they say you want to really bring in solutions to the society's issues and society problems. Now assembly say ewo fear. Would you feel relaxed to talk this way? Common consciousness, common sense will tell you, say, when you have a big problem, your expression, your factual expression, the language that is not being said speaks even more than the words that will come from your mouth. Your friend in body language and psychologist. So look at the face of this guy and tell me if there is anything worrying him about what he's saying. When I look at his face. Look at the face of this guy and tell me if this guy is worrying about the situation which they are putting Ghana in. He don't care because the interest is to make money and he knows his money is coming. That is all what he cares about. And that is exactly what he was waiting for. And he got it now. And he will come with boldness and relax. To
Dumsour right upon the entry of John Dramani Mahama. What are the assurances that you are going to deal with the energy sector situation?
Well, don't have bad news for you. Just today, the confirmation we are getting is that we have only 5 hours of fuel stock. If you look at heavy fuel oil and distillate fuel, we don't have up to 2 days. And so in 2 days' time, we are likely to run out of fuel. This administration has not ordered any fuel as we speak. And it takes on average 4 weeks for the fuel to arrive and 4 weeks for the fuel to be treated. And so we are in a very serious situation. At the transition, we brought this up. The outgoing administration assured us that they had procured some parcels of fuel. Today, right after President Mahama assumed office, and I served on the transition, my checks indicate that we do not have fuel that can cater for even 2 days. So clearly we have a major problem. And this is an incoming administration. Even if you order the fuel, like I'm telling you, it will take about 8 weeks. So we are in for real trouble.
Yes, akwa we no moyi na say energy minister. Intimo asem ne po. Anya me de Nyankopon adom. Storm kura pa crash light be jina na nan so. Yes, because these people, they believe to be leaders and they hold their responsibilities. Yes. And the doctor now can't say we have to move from gas, diesel production of energy to solar panels. Most mompe, ain't possible. Mind games, negativity that is killing you guys. You will stay in the country and we will always be controlled by these fools who knows the right way, the right thing to do, but they won't do it because someone the solar panels number contract nem kwasi atonton we no mo ntumi yeden enyema ne ye. But I want to stand on my feet and tell every Ghanaian, Ghana ni bia Sadie we say we betime demonstration amonye demonstration. We num na ya the power sen kan kwasi afo be say freedom factors. This is what you have to stand against. Because this will bring hardship in the country. For real. For real, not for joke. Now, maybe be actually a message. I'm just reading this message. Woman can with the American in later. But as I'm near one, I say my youngest brother called me, asking me money for his son fees. Meanwhile, he voted for NDC. Bonidia. Mr. Bonidia. So bet to me aya Bonidia. I Bonidia. Bonidia can say because we nipa bone ohuru washeda. Ompesa obeye ompesa wo abra bobekọ nanim. Enti usika na obenya enka nana do tia manu school fees a doctor baba tia manu school fees na nka wo sika ne ho adwo no na odi abobra no ompesa wo bebobra enu ntu akoto abase na be obetua ne ma school fees watimi amobra enti boni dua emma ne hwe me de ye me anka me ma ne hwe but me de metimi anka me si boni dua ka se dua mu eturu so wabusia enti sa akwa wo sa John Jinapo Bejina Hawk can some fun or blow, throw the personal agreement or quaco sign, and a day, a home, a hiano. Mama and Twasso. Na young Koyanim. Now, Abusianfue. We are talking about privatization of energy sector and all those things. Now, at the Fufrobia Koso, a war, parliament, but before we go to the parliament, we there just for fun. Munti a video way. Now, mon country says, "Ah, papa way." Hojina nice to me Bugana mina Munti. Just for fun.
Your Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President of the Federal Republic of Ghana, and special guest.
Samate Ahmed.
Your Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President of the Federal Republic of Ghana, and special guest.
Entiabushamfue Ahmed Tinubu, and then they name say sound Ghana president. And then name say Ghana Kuraso ye there. Federal state. Hey, everybody Jacopo. Getting some who. Getting some who. Hey. They say the Ghana minor, sign your president me no womb. And Ghana you me you ewo wiase. You were the federal state of Ghana and I Republic of Ghana. How can you misquote these two things? You trade an anymore. Yes, I didn't team na account. Wow, so read you. This man cannot even read. Hey, Johnny. Nana didn't ask him, Mr. Johnny. Johnny, what's the matter? No. Johnny, what's the matter? And then they were federal state of Ghana. And, hey, Johnny. Hey, John Boo. Hey, c'est John Fu so. C'est John Lazy so. C'est John Weko. C'est John Weko. Ojuno ho awot ase. Abuso yetin sem ho. Ai, osikani. He always mess up in speech delivery. No be otimi call United Nations Organization meeting. Nani we free nkrata. Konyak na su. Ayele. Konyak na su de bemu a wani na to. I say you see one, you see two. Aye. Yes. You see one, you see two. Because yes, sir, how can you change the Republic Democratic of Ghana into one can say the federal state of Nigeria? Aden. Ebane ebie wurem ye de bibia mexi bibi ama bibi akoni payem. Ye kasa we don't know what we're talking about. Na ye nyina na nke nim say bio. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ne maye ya wabai. One of the main campaign message or the man Ghana for ye 24-hour economy. Ndi nim say nka oba ye DVR for be 24 hours. Utimi ko passport office and I do one echo your passport money ye. Utimi ko ye uka insurance and I do 3 money ye. Say the beya ye be one job 3 people and tie.
Our economy no. Nyuma beya. Yehu fagwa akwamu eno answer 24-hour economy, 24-hour economy. 24 and they are no ne kasa kwa. Chiremu chireye ni entiase ma. Na wo kan say ade to say ya eno ne yemfo ene Ghana obi ekonanim. Obi aso nyini. Ade achi ade asanyina na mputu obo mamu. Enti say wo ka asema utumile no akyeresie, utumile no akyeresie. Eno ba me yehu say ampa de wo ka no wo ba obetima eden aye. Na ade no sa kan say da bi. Ba ochiremu say ka bi.
O see 24-hour economy no. Sen ka wa ba ejuma say wo fitafo friends magazine for wa ba ejuma 8 no. No upon 2. Obinzu be ba 2. No so upon 8. No be aba enwumre. Sine be obi ka say na dra no ho nkyere no 8 no. Anwumre 8 no. So the next day anopa 8.
Me show me biso asemo. Me master ma bia me shop no. Me ba anopa na me come kwala na ebe to aso anase me na me kwasa aba. Me master ma so adwuma me shop ni na me ye adwuma tezi yi. Na wo ka 24-hour economy a wo ka no. Na me so mo kwala me na me kire o madwuma no. Say me start adwuma no pay. Nebo tu na me pon me kwa ho na ebe to aso ho achi. Me chief na eba na say me last boy. Na adwuma no eba ho na e master. Etia no de anya adwuma.
Anya adwuma.
Na bera adwuma. Na say me na me master. Me kwala me kire o madwuma. Na me ma ba no pa. Ma po tu okro.
Etebusia papa we dey so are confused on tiases at 24-hour economy na. Ya can on tiasie. Now on the more serious note, the video when I'm into on the more serious note, kwasi ampanyi ni bi Ghana na no e
No, look at.
sorry. Okay. On the more serious note, yedi nim say Mahama baba be 24-hour economy. Na ye nim say san baba privatize the energy sector. Na nsembiruma si wo parliament o de yenkone nkonkoti na ye ba ya toa yenkomodie no so e de atoa so. That speaker Agwambaben sa mockery man na ono de na dwuma oye ni wiase oba ye de oye nyina ne say to tease the MPP because he believes say being a speaker gives you the right to tease people.
Parliament under President Akufo-Addo, Right Honorable Speaker made an observation, very profound, that matters Right Honorable Speaker observed that communications to the House must first be known to the House before it gets into the media. This House should not be a secondary recipient of that which is its bona fide. I do not appreciate the fact that a statement will be issued when Parliament has not already received the communication. Parliament should be the first to receive the communication before it gets out into the media. And that was the position taken by Right Honorable Speaker. So I would want to draw attention of the executive to this matter, especially when the acting spokesperson of the executive is one of our own, my own respected colleague, Felix Sofozukwati, very, very resilient guy. He doesn't fall easily. He knows his stuff, and he knows what he's about when he's doing his politics. I respect him for that. Mr. Speaker, the second observation is the fact that the second observation is the fact that when the names were read out by Mr. Speaker, he read out only 3 names: the finance minister designate, the energy minister designate, and the attorney general and minister of justice designate. Mr. Speaker, this thought appointment is unacceptable. Mr. Speaker, this is a government that promised a 24-hour economy in opposition. They told us that they were ready for government. Mr. Speaker,
Honorable Minority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, indulge me.
Honorable Minority Leader.
Yes, indulge me.
Honorable Minority Leader.
Is that how you are starting it?
Please.
Let me finish. Let me.
Honorable Minority Leader.
Yes.
I'm just indulging you because you are a leader. This is a time slotted for correction of vote and proceedings.
Yeah, with your leave. I took your leave. Honorable Haruna Idrisu used to slot this in. I'm doing that. Mr. Speaker, this government, I'm talking for you, please, it's for you. Mr. Speaker, this government promised a 24-hour economy. Mr. Speaker, we expect them to be ready from day one. Mr. Speaker, you cannot start energy, finance, attorney general. Where are the rest of the ministers? You must be ready. We want to hear Ama Kofi Bua. We want to hear Agric. We want to hear a Greek ministry. Honorable Erikopoku.
Honorable leader.
Honorable Erikopoku.
Honorable
We want
minority
to
leader.
hear a Greek ministry. We want to hear roads and highways.
Honorable minority leader.
We want to hear lands and natural resources.
Honorable
we want
minority
to hear
leader.
Education. Mr. Speaker.
I recognize the deputy
Mr.
leader
Speaker.
on his feet.
So,
Deputy leader, are you on point of order? Deputy.
Controversy when Alban Bagman, the speaker of
I think I've lost my video. I don't know where the video is. But the woman in Anne said, hey, Ghana for ya here, bro. Abura here, hono. Yankupon fanche, you know. Hey, and this never thought to say. And this never thought to say they could even win power. In fact, for that matter, they don't have the ministers ready. John Mahama don't know who he's going to rule with. Onim di onene kwa koye juma. Adentia. Because they never thought say they were going to win. Apart from that, Miriam, Nyame esisi one DC amanyo konum no, you will not believe it. Maybe both video bi achra Mahama kore kan kire NDC for say omunya iso omudi omu CV ebra won. So, from we are coming to create 24-hour economy, as soon as we come in parliament, as soon as we come in power, we don't have ministers. We don't know who to lead. We don't know who to help the president, the lazy president, to rule the country. What was your dear hobony? Tio, your dear hobony ye. Apart from the energy minister, the Ministry of Justice, and I think the other one. Apart from that people, Mahama don't know nobody else whom he is coming to rule the country with. You see, this is what we told you. That man is not a serious man. Governance is a very serious business. Governance is a very big, serious business. A very serious. And the governance, we don't pray with it. You don't need a drunkard to come and lead you, a lazy man to come and lead you, dishonest man to come and lead you. Any put to be quite Ford as a corrupt gift. Ford. I'm a committee hypo, Yamen Chartier. You bet me a GP them. Now the certain president will go and buy that thing and drive it. Because there be a quakoji and the quakosi are buying the fee and tino. There is nothing wrong with it. Oh, SK, well, I wish you well, Miriam. This is what we're talking about. And we have serious problems because they are not even organized. The video when my year did team and come person in your day. I can't find the video. So let's listen to this video. If I say me yentem na memfa course. Yeah. Na yemi eske sunya akwanya.
referred the NPP minority as the micro minority in parliament.
But let it be known by all of you that it's part of the duty of the speaker to protect the micro minority.
Oh, where you teasing Paul Agwambaben? Abrawo. NDC MPP for Swan and Boa Wama Sambe speaker BM. Look at how you are teasing them. Teasing power. The micro man. Well,
Mr. Speaker, with respect, I shall, in response to what you just said about your duty to protect the micro minority. Mr. Speaker, the rules of this House provide for the minority and the majority. Mr. Speaker, we do not have any micro minority. Mr. Speaker, the minority caucus hereby protests. Mr. Speaker, we protest the description given to us by Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, the objection is to the fact that it should not be formally so recognized by the records of Parliament. I agree with you. And so it should not be used by the Speaker, but it can be used by the leaders.
So you see, Agwa Baben is there to do the NDC job. Said but I think there are more times, I think there are more funny things ahead of us in this parliament. Because how I see the interactions and all these things, and I think there are a lot of funny moments that we will all witness. Because I feel there, the ABC of Parliament will be we will try to bring it on board for everybody to witness it. But Mr. Chodie, why are you say, ensem hununa na ewo papa ne team ono de ensem hununa na obedie ai so be kanyansa sem bi obedi nkwase asem a obe stop no ama nipa na kanyansa sem de that is not part of his yen can say duty as speaker Jimmy Kikankwa. But me yenti asem bi adwo Mahama kan kire NDC fo na omo spendi omo sika de ye campaign na to get more vote from their constituency because they want to be ministers of this government. Listen to what John Mahama said to them.
Now the difficult part.
Mote. What do I know? Don't worry, being oh, Susuja wanumo, Susuja wanumo, Susuja manumo. John Mahama yanum jafo. The lazy president. Or see, campaign easy, but and then do the difficult part. What are these difficult part that this man is talking about? Momenti.
I cannot do this work alone, and so I have to select some people to join me to be able to deliver the resets that we have promised Ghanaians. And it's coming in at a time when Ghanaians expected a reduction in the size of government. And so you won't want to be in my shoes when you promise to appoint only 60 ministers and you have thousands of people sending their CVs. Definitely some people will be disappointed. But it's not only by playing a role at that level that you can contribute to the success of government. There are many other things that we can all do. And I always say that the success of this...
Now what we 20 a giant, the minister D. John Mahama say, stop sending your CV. He cannot employ you. Some message way it goes direct to Alan Tremantin, Mr. Yellowman. Mr. Yellowman, way a indirect message to you. Hobson Majimi Adoye. This is a direct message to you. I cannot employ you. Alan Cash, this is your message. Hobson Adoye, this message goes to you. And this is bind to me more Jumanya, Antipababitina. Power FM Hodie. More crime, more da with Jimmy and the actually or my Ghana for any we are shaman saying. Now, say pass NDC for by and pro, you have more appointment. What obwa? Alan, When we say now, John Mahama could not platform so or underestimate you to the level. So I say the yellow people, what is their name? You try to touch them at Toria. When you're dying, when we Nambia, we touch them at the one. We try now to Toria. When we Nambia, that is the consequences of the bad things that you did. Hopes na doye. Any Ghana for one kind for now, what can I move ye the day? Eh, John Mahama say, a juma be any ho. Mom forget it. Na mom peba being relaxed. Na him, His Excellency, the President elect, on the bay, on ye juma, and mamo, some obey. So Mahama said, say, campaign in the nay easy, but the governance side is the most difficult part of all what we have been doing since that time. Abusia, and this if I come here to wants to say Ghana for you don't want to ahuchire
Ghana for some you know.
Yes.
I'm telling you, if you kesiye pa na Ghana for a day. And it has never happened under our fourth republic.
Yes. Dollar rate, inflation.
We have reposed confidence in you.
Yes.
And Ghana nina maye any iota of excuse. Wa maye anything that you make me use you as an excuse. In terms of one. Wama Parliament. He has delivered Parliament to you. Over 2/3. Over 2/3. We deliver a day at the amount. But just watch us.
Yes.
Or the amount. So, Obebabe, catch a gun and in say MPP ni Medibibi ko Parliament or opposition. It doesn't wash. So that's excuse na anything.
Yes, Abusian for that is what it is. And this is for pressure na no day. Dollar no, cedi no. It is projected say before ako 17 again. And the dollar is rising to 17. And Chibia, I hear so by 2 months. Dollar no be through 17. And asema make nyanum dwana media research chire say dollar no before. Dollar no ba before. Because the nana nado danko kufuado no mo ye. Emasabio. So what is coming? It is doing. It is doing pa. Good for oil na nana nado no mo ya. Ena me no soma dollar no esha se na eba form. Gold reserve na ye ya na ema ye see the no pressure no ba form no. Sankrofo yo munjinli. They don't believe in that theory. And it is projected, say, see the no, Ebeko 17 point, I think something. I think I have the site here. Sorry, let me see. No, it's not with me here right now. But in any case, dollar no, eba abe drew 17 again. And more amoko to aba because of dollar no, the cedi is falling free. Yeah, cost 17 again. 14 and ya cheswaba no. Yeah, say be jump ko 17. Otena o kotwaba. Na you can't say we are working towards your program to give you solution. What transi adwene ho ye. And in a word, any opia onye jina so won nsem a o kamu. Na mom no eye me ka biako. When somebody is telling you something with confidence and with points and ideas, translate down, follow that person. And in your business, a Friday business plan. You have to settle your mind before you can do something for it to become successful. And I'm going to lead a country without not having a plan. Just I'm talking, I'm going. I'm going to do 24-hour economy. Ubedi akonya say Afe na me betra ase aye kwan amefa so ameyema na ye. Umodam. Nyansa no wan. Me baba ye reset agenda. Free education baba ye ni ye. Emu nua na omudi nye papa. Ene obedire osi awofo mfa aduane mfiri fie. Ema oma emfa mere school. Hey, Kwabena Paka. Also the debia me ba na waba. But maybe so oba na watena so ache. O de koso na comment. Wetima atwere be 70 times. At ejina homa no so che. Why? Ai. Oba man ko jina so che. Twere comment ne sa atwere gu ho. Twere ni bebre. Abrantem mamo number me ba life for Paka. Me send link na ma waba jina se bridi. Because I don't want to breed alone. I said me breed. It is person me shows so now breed together with me. But anya remember sad no. Once you are breeding, you can get sense into your mind. Kwabena Paka. That is what I have for you, Kwabena Paka. Until there, keep on and writing your comments. I don't care. And GBB and feeling bottom. To bet me akoswa eden. Abidina o tre o nonsensical comment no e comment section boss. Ya abusia enti obi keso do be ko baabia ansa na obedi na chi no sheda fa ne tenase na tie ne plans enye meye wei na abre ontumi nka kwanya obefa so a obeye saade na mawo. That is what Ghanaians we have done to ourselves. We have followed a man, a lazy president here. Only ideas on how to rule and govern the affairs of the country. Enti de ekoso no omusuro Ghana for asum yesfidie if you are convinced of your leadership ya mouth to me we are singing na e wo Ghana man mu se fire de ope o se de fidie na yesum wo abato no kura sankoto ma no kura ne mo san bebo ye dua ka ho na enye man Ghana mu a ehefa ena bebi sei ebesi abusiamfo ya ye adwuma chebreko mami video be influencer ma tumi the video for fraba.
Your Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President of the Federal Republic of Ghana, and special guest.
Abusiamfo mo man kan comment kakra na ye nto aso. Yes. Ya phobia wo sere. Me se ya
to. I'm telling you, if you kesiye pa na Ghana for a day, no. And it has never happened under our fourth republic. Yes.
Dollar rate, inflation, and now they are
we have reposed confidence in you.
Yes.
And Ghana nina maye any iota of excuse. Wamaye anything that you make me use you as an excuse. In terms of one, Wama Parliament, he has delivered Parliament to you over 2/3. Over 2/3 we deliver a day at the amount. But just watch us.
Yes.
Or the amount. So Obeba catch a gun and in say MPP ni medibibi ko Parliament or opposition it doesn't wash. So that excuse na anything.
Abusiamfo yes moment can comment kakra phobia member eyo Facebook esanso ewo YouTube. Na me dey asema me bi samon say ya to abama say bedi yanim na ya new bone na ya ma all the powers in the leadership complete. You can even attempt to be a detector. They were man you open na mobeye. You are now worrying about say amount sa to me no. Anado na nka onya sa to me we ya enka de odiga na man koduro nka nya ni bi enie. Jimmy Kwabena Paka Jimmy. You can say my enka. Abusiambo modern na like video no na share mame. Ene your first time so about platform we so message say but modern na like video no. Subscribe to the channel. We are na masrewa say fa okokrometi on satia no esi adoma no so. Said ye be ya da be ba life bia no. Ye be ubenya nkaibo say ya ba life na wa ba be join here. near no nyina aye program no. Ye kind comment kakra, ye we near be phone lines na tum. Sister Diana appear, Michelle bebre mame, or what is saying. Or say it is not starting now. The big problem is coming. Are you ready? We are really ready. Aye. Here we are, Evans and Kamako Fibra. It is saying, or say Alan and Co has already paid, so they don't have anything to get again, brother. Here, but say Alan could try you. Alan went there to try. Senko ibenya in position but be the amano. But I not possible. Samson is sister Akosua Nyamecha say it is not the speakers, it's not the speaker who had destroyed MPP to close the parliament for not to do the budget to reduce things. Now a question, is it not this speaker who had destroyed MPP? Okay. I got you. Yeah, I think I'm to say here. SKC or call life. He even say, please, who is the majority, bro? There is confusion there. Said I not speak any sikano. Now could be oho. Oskani Kwajokwa say this is what boiled me about MPP. Always rising unnecessary praises to NDC. Wise, when they get the chance, they always take you to the cleaners. Yes, NDC have that bushy speech. Everyone in the NDC party have that character of speaking like a bushy person. No comment here. Right? Sister Kushia Unyameche says 24-hour economy. What factories are they using for that work? Mahama say DVLA, passport office, any other government institutions, a birth and death certificate office in 24 hours. Home modem. Now no be na me kind. Madam Fubi, Italy need that Madam Fubi or Ghana. Na Mahama Rene, na OTC Ghana for. Now actually, John Mahama say the elections are over. I'm going to the bank at this time to withdraw money. After best 1 hour, I went to the bank. The 24 hours is not working. He knows what he's talking about. He knows that Mahama is praying with your minds, and you people have fallen for it. Or say, you people don't understand 24 hours, but you went ahead to vote for him. Yeah. Say he always mess up in his speech delivery. Yeah, but I can't say Tinubu, the president of the Federal Republic of Ghana. How can you refer Ghana as a federal state? Well, Bushan say, make one comment of each viewer. Said about a be a phone last night to me a friend Tentemiana Kenjagum. Kofi Lodge was my youngest brother called me asking me money for his son's school fees. Meanwhile, he voted for the NDC. Missy Bonidia and you know Bonidia. Oskani Kwajo say NDC indeed a nation worker, wrecker. The same people stood against privatizing ECG when it was Mary speculations. But now, what do we see? We told you Mahama isn't the solution, but Ghanaians overlooked it. Yes. Or say part B, Sister Kusenya NDC refused to sign the budget. Yes, but now they are blaming Nanado say Nanado mum and Amfa one to fuel ama. Or say part B, see the NDC boys will turn their anger on the same NDC government very soon. Yes, it's going to happen. When you promise people heaven and honey. Now when they will come after you. Tony Yabo also say, by the time Mahama leaves office, Ghana will be in bandage for the next 50 years. Yeah, of course. Port no, already. Until the light you become one and say, Bonanote. God went 30 or say 6 months is long. Then I make say in 6 months' time, Ghanaians will start begging for Nanado to come back. Was 6 months no Kurano also. Samuel Kwabena Amankwasi, good evening, bro. Ghanaians are going to see Pepe. Yeah, they're going to see it and they're going to smile it. Christina Boatemade, yeah, emotional, what showcase here or ho. Deborah Che, me about it saying, I say I'm not surprised at all. Rita appear, Mammy, I want to say, be able call. He insulted them but still voted for him. Up to Ghanaians, I'm happy now. Sister, because you say, John Mahama insulted Ghana for, I suffer for. Any the young people say, I can phobia omudi omunkwasi fufu we are no more tonkwasi aba. Now we are a Kenya Santini, but now got to about man this year. That's a war fatao. Patricia Comfort Ma for my brother. Well done. God bless you. God bless you too. If what Dixon say our country called Ghana have a very long way to go. Trust me, very sad for Ghana. Yeah. Sister Kosiepe, say I'm doing mass class now. Oh, have a good time of your studies. I say powerful music. Now, what Ghanaians want, they got it. Yes, MPP lab. Yes, me breeding in an amesreka home. I will say about more than I like video. No mamena yanko yanim. Sister Diana Pio say he forgetting what he said in Koko nkete. Honka wanse mu bi mo. Wa forget it. Minister of Agric yenyenyi no. Ayo, one of the major campaign message no. Papa we buy no. Onyanyi minister obeye se adwuma na mayen. Na ne budon kra na ho ya mesre. Budon de o kira me sheda ye video ama no. A friend so onko frɛ Mahama na ye pe budon no de tourist apa ho abehwe mmoa. Nti onko pe Mahama na omunye sa budon no. Yeah, Clement me chia o say Estonia, yeah. Doctor went to Estonia to learn things about the taxation system Estonia for a use. Yemi akwasi asamoah so me chia ono so can the same thing at the chairman. Phobia member ewo Facebook ono so chairman say more fire. SKB TV ewo Facebook essence YouTube. Ono so be mami good evening to me and all my listeners. Abusia one like video no ya doors but likes no isha. Minim say like no and costo here, but to me it means a lot. Intimacy say but more than a phone sa etepo like no so. Na like video no mame. Unsubscribe so na subscribe. No abekam busuko no. Wilson Kofi I say MPP are too weak to demonstrate against the selling of the ECG. They must to. That will be the correct way to go on. Then I appear say he is not serious at all. Yeah. Not MPP. I forgot the discussion that I was having, so I cannot relocate the issue and connect it with the discussion. Jonathan Inshaw, I see we won't allow him to push any blame on the MPP. Wilson Kofi, so Ghanaians can demonstrate against the selling of the ECG. They are there. Yeah, Clement say good. If Dixon say good afternoon, bro. Tam Hotel from Ifwa Dixon, Chicago. LLS. Sister Deborah, just a minute, I will call you back. Afraid they mefre first. Usikani kojo kwaji say no Samija see. Tony Yeboah say champion man. You're welcome, Tony. Tony Yeboah. Yeah, but me see, yeah, East Legon Hills, a ho, and Okuja Tabra Quati 4-acre land so. We see time back when see 4-acre land so. Obionya Jumabia and Abra Bomuda. Sister no leader nya kosi Mr. Mafo lead them. They will suffer for if remember all the good things Anado has done and NDC want to spoil everything. My brain they crack me. Why won't it crack you? Yeah, and medasi and will comment. Godwin Tetes, NDC is always selling government properties. They are not managers. They are really sellers of government properties. Sami Jasi from Hamburg, the hardship in Ghana has just begun. And that is the result of the short memory syndrome. Hey, what can I say more? Syndrome now. It was short memory, no so here. Share, and phobia. And so there was an sister no leader, Mr. Mafo. Now things has changed. If you receive more than 3 beds, they will lower they will lower the light. Now me can say a light in farmer private. Government must to keep it on so that it can support the people by pricing the cost of energy at a lower price. Gifting so the enchiano Yemia Kofi and Kama Kofi or say Mahama has nothing good for the country. Look at the people he is appointing as ministers. Very funny. Yeah. Gift to see God bless you. And Yemia Risinkovi so say, bro, greetings to you and everyone. And Evans and Kama Kofi say Mahama is appointing thieves as ministers. Akromfo nko ato forcing. Papa no kura na sem da so court. Papa na onkoto ambulance mra wi ahuska no. Ono no baba minister of finance. You was somebody po. Madida nyako say good evening Mr. Mafo. How are you doing and your family? My family is doing very very well. Thank you for asking. Phobia member our Facebook also say fantastic show. Evans and Kaman Kofi say good evening my brother. I say good evening my beautiful family. You're welcome bro. Agostina Amponsanya me Agustin Amponsanya me so Emma motion. Yeah. Oskani me chiawe bere me da se na obre. Kwakuma no say good job. How are you? I'm doing good kwaku na won so e se bibia boko. Sa so na phobia member so say please share. Phobia member TV with YouTube. Mun na chia kwa na mun support no. Yewia bada na appear. See good evening beautiful family from Facebook. Imane Boachi say we thank God we are back. Yeah, again. Yes, we are back. We are solid back. Rita appear so there. Nchiana no de mamesa. Ena Rita appear biem. I say forza. Ahwadre. Yes. Yeah. Another message is about I free Tony Abo. So what happened to Kenyan president is possible it can happen to Mahama because of his lies. It can happen. Why not? This thing can't happen. And this in be frame or frame, but then some of the can a bayan kwasiasem. Memfano anasema memfano. Mon can the old much and then say mefana. One fan kakra or cancer for me for this. Hello. Yetio Kasa.
Hello.
Yetio Kasa.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Kasa.
Hello.
Hello. Yetio Kasa.
Hello.
Hello, Kasa.
Okay. Yeah, na me kase. Na we are nipa da senate ya na se be mo dwene sen. Obi abedi president 2 days per. E dey na pese wu.
For your beautiful nice na tumutumi frɛ na wachre wadwen. Akwa we there be ofra na kan kwase asem. Me I don't want to stay here and be insulting people. So to obi sha ase no kasa na o kan semfo a o pese on pese we kan kwase asem na we wa manoko. Edabusia. If say me kan sem ba ko nkyere mo. O frɛ me a to obi sha ase no kasa me kasa bet kasa. The reason is that the person o course no mra come and ma connect to a system. And you don't need to hear me, but you can talk. Until Mr. Wawa frame me piano. Put this one in your mind. Sister Diana.
Where are they? Where?
What's your temenka?
Yeah, come on. Where are they? No, what catino? That money can come in some bully in Canada. I don't know what game on was that. I bet you none you pay. And half our friend will be our one from the other. They said that if I don't soon, the only part of your coat, the man and I on the soon and do like to be of someone to buy a laptop. It's a Guna Mama was 77. One more age, which your mother will be Bobo and ask the part of the chat when you say.
Yes.
You have a problem in the other one. And they are trying to find one for the bed. Why? What I said. Because here we are there, Mokase at the Totua. And I've been in the Opa and I walk on. We jar, let least a one who connects the Cabian, no don't shop. Then what IMF, the night the year, and will coffee IMF when you pay it. No, my life is different. It is seen now. But under what the and then who was that? Who could I walk with the car of your food or not? They say, what's in it? Then you want to pay the last to this in the beginning. All stuff to one. Your turn. Until I know so one promise, one coming, and also promise. And now, sir, I'm born in the we are also over promise. Private school for you, you. And then you saw the answer the enemy in money. In the end of the book. Watch it. Now, no other kind of one time coming on time for you. Or father's responding, and the young trade training been on sudden go.
All right.
Exactly. I'm back to the two of one. Among one another, one class, and more amply, a Kobiam, and what's that? Parliament, what kinds of butcher? Nanadu. Among one woman, another woman, you can't get to swap up over here. I'm going to have a good abidjan, so dear me as man, and not dry a potter. And we are moving and kind of another place to why I'm here. Maybe I only a minute.
But I see me with the mamma. Okay, mamma, measure that for watching. Near the cover. Bye bye. Ya mamma, Diana Pia, and I yet tea, Nenkano. I was ya, Messer was Fallfree, Naman to me, one Tim and can. Don't worry. Wow, do you know about sound? Do you know about ayudum kama pa? Assembly can be an emejo so. Yes, Ochia bejo so ama wakwaba. But a be an one teme voice no e will phone num. But video no mono de e back re. Say na percent kai yes the be ya. Wo kasa na be den e be ko that let no bia beti de woka. Enti ye be frɛ ye sister Deborah or frɛ yen first. Enti me amfa ko nti ye be fa ye be frɛ no na akire no nkaafo no nso no wobetumi afrɛ na makyerɛ maadwen. Linda B, good evening to you, me Mwakwaba. Abushaya koso na mesan so se bo mother na like video no na ma video no ntimi enko nanim. Yewia Evans.
Mr. For what to you, Mr. Miami Cobra. Hello.
Hello, Evans. Evans. Evans.
Hello.
Pacho Evans Otimenka.
Hello.
Evans Kasa.
Hello.
No, Evans.
Anya put a top on your
Evans.
Hello.
You Otimenka Evans.
Why?
Hello.
Okay.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Evans Otimenka. Hello.
Hello.
Imi Evans, Mr. Wa ma connect call no e di ama system. Enti o se on kasa. But ebi ana wan temene. Hello Evans.
Hello.
Hello. Evans Otimenka. Evans. Evans. Otimenka. Hello Evans Otimenka. Network in years, my woman say my connect my message you know. Okasa no call that led to the video. Say we are man for better Okasa. Into one
because I also I cement can the man who
but me too can Okasa back come at your back was a major so but ebia now one immediate. Say the way sound the way clear why.
All right, then I become a
yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Nanado ade ba ko a du ba bia na ma eye me ya e wo na mamum eye me ya pa ba ko a mi an ka sa particular
fast if you offer. Papa sana ni kakra kutamila tze na bele mo dia sana menya. Nti ni obi o kese ofa kwati kwa so ye ya. Ani kwa na wo ye pa bisro pa cause obi ofa kwati kwa so ye bia be criminal o ye wuki. Nti na ma sa o hwe Ghana ya mamuo ya ye bu ya. O hwe parties mienu na MPP NDC no. NDC ni ebeku ni panya power krompo na obeku no because ono wanya politics ma ngura oni di hwe obi ya to apa ma NDC amo manwini ma ba power omutim ko buba fast stop no mu wian wiane kese omu wiase nyina se de ebedi nti ye no se aban ye aban ni hono ma ye nidi because NDC ni be kwa ko pa adwuma ye serious person like NDC ni obe kwa ko me ye serious person me kwa ko pa adwuma ye nti de hwe abrochira ma ye we krompo no emrante dodo na omu fa fam fa so amemeka hu bi ebe pie Europe anom no wuyi mu 100 a emu be se 80 de omu nyina support MPP adentra because MPP ni bia fight for his own. But NDC no rely on the Godfather be and the panini be our promises or better abobo yaman. That is how they live. Eti na do buy no nanka enim say obe sanitize our system we nanka wa boyama obi to say ato force na oba be finance minister woni bibia fa finance no eti me koto abobo ya de Ghana for say this is ambulance Ghana for mu use na ya hwe ha tra hon ma ya hwe ha for 8 good years yet man fa kwa we koto say wam just one day krompo ama ya sell reputation and then the same person that turn around eba be minister of Ghana in fact so sa no ma we kwanti edu ba bia na do misadi ho ya magnetic parliament ATZ MPP as a micro minority leader me get sure pass me out me kan ye micro minority leader so agbangbagbe no ye minister under Mahama regime the same agbangbagbe we ni nkrofo haru na edusunum ne o mabeka nyina jeje double salary etiaga na constitution etiaga na mra and now be ye ha mama for back door NDC ni be fa back door be fa o wie ba bodon na ba be dede abema mra deal with these people why china nkrofo na ka o mu jeli ni one day nkrofo na e kire say sani pa no qualified to hold any public office. But what do you see? What do na kwa koto no? Any baby dey nkomo. Na enye because of say MPP na anya aduma o. MPP eye aduma papa. But all these things no ema nipa bi hu say na obi timi say Ghana sika say na say nipa no say benya kokoduro begina bontene kasa. Eye no ma bi ente say na nipa na say kodi ntwa kire Ghana niam abra nim say Ghana for so say bi o Mahama me ate ase say obebi no o ma dwele swa. Omo nche no mo wura fi. Na say nipa ntim ha be leader. What do you expect? Nti Mahama they all appoint omo minister or appoint to force appointing as finance minister. By 2028 one MPP for nya o say omo betima we ni power no mum but almost say about be face problem. No ma ba be solve almost solve we na and this boss atene aba back. Asa ba be din trust Ghana for asa be get 2 minutes from them because that's how they used to do since 1992. That's how NDC know how to do best. Yes sir man MPP for ba be area na din trust ba be into ye movie 2008 omu din trust din trust go mampanyi Kufuor so abra Kufuor be Ghana na Ghana under Hepic. Yes. Hepic na Kufuor di Ghana for ko ya say team started so build Ghana started say through middle income state and then this for the betum hey we ya wieska kugu ha umba so no mu chini pa 27 do mu court obi en hon mo nya evidence ko body bond ko say di pa we ya wieska at the end of the day ko si say and on beje akumya no say Ghana pasa Kufuor do ba no best start here etina me kwa de na mwa reshim say Kufuor do madina chi since 1996 na mwa reshim say Kufuor do be deal with these criminals, these corrupt people, these thieves. Mahama na be on to because of immunity. What about his criminal thieves, criminal ministers? Os jam now free of charge. And on the number. What the case court case best me sakwa bet ma jeli nipa. So MPP attorney general the case Mahama charges Mahama be 100 their body papa. How do you deal with these charges? Take 4, 3, 5 charges shoot up bet to jeli nipa no. Na jeli no. Na wa fa we opuni ni case. Any we that say Mahama by or be cancel case no. All the charges 77 bonipa or they we fine. Abraham my charges better 3 their business much jeli in simple. We wasted all these years. Say because what are we waiting for? I have for being much the party until Kufuor primary. Just and then you describe as a macro minority party. Well, ultimately, Unia, a do baby, and I have to come into the microphone. The Yame, I don't know opportunity, but you never papa. Yenimrano, Brand is inside, Nipana Bonnie. Nipa offer door, back door, a patcho. I took force in Chawa, Paul Ghana, pa, and that took force in Ababa Minister. Hey, brother, this country is doomed. Now, the American say, yeah, I'm umpire for this 4 years no. Bad, send your canoe, and by next week, $1 18 to 19. Because many people didn't come a costro. Just a business program for body. You have how to deal with the business. Others say rest of hope for the moment because Mahama have nothing good to offer this thing. Yes, the other can say MPP are saying man or because won't mean yet, but what can be this because Mahama does not never believe so bit man we near way. Until now, no, who say that so what I say. It's who are my first land power from them. That's not a search. That's what I mean. Come.
And what me can say? Hello. Abusia said the meka ya no ofre a wontimi.
It's 9:56 p.m. To hear your notifications, follow the notification on your phone to turn on notification access.
I'm in for the sister Deborah na here there. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, Mental but with the two previous callers, and you were telling them to talk because you can still hear them, but they can't hear you.
Yes.
And so I'll go on with the little I have.
Okay.
About you can say electricity in Ghana.
Yes.
I think I stand to be corrected, but I can't hear you. You see, even if I'm saying the wrong thing, and I can't hear your reply, but I stand to be corrected later. I think some years ago, me say na MPP for Crampo person private. It was just speculation, yeah. But Ghana krona ye wono. Obia person didi krona ho. Obia person didi krona ho. Sa private US army wo state army wo electricity ni private private but like no like the ende o meso bill o meso payment then in less than 24 hours and 3 days your light will go off
completely.
That's the downside of privatization of way but Ghana, in as much as say in the private section, I don't think a common Ghanaian can pay for the services of a private way because when they come, they also put their profit on.
Yes.
But NDC for some who call na say negotiation with a private way. They always give the person who is buying the upper hand over them.
Yes.
In Tiabanesana, it's their terms they are going to follow, which I don't think most majority of Ghanaians can pay. Yeah. And they will give it to them for so long. And if things are not going well, the common Ghanaian will suffer. But because Ghana Uka say meter illegal.
Okay.
They find somebody who works at ECG, come install it for them, and they don't pay anything. But minimobia Ghana or yebi. Minimobia or yebi pa. For the past 3 years ni ontua into be crumble that don't make trade say about connect me back Ghana and I say still lawyer mako reporting because Ebanesana could be anywhere for government for into that's when the privatization but on the other hand no yenimi enkrofo ways to say some negotiation they can't stand up with whoever is coming to buy. They make the people have the chunk of the profit.
Yes.
Then that's when a common Ghanaian will suffer. Because you used to pickle private.
Yeah.
But because there is regulation here, the private sector and the government negotiate everything that will be fair to the government and the private another private company who is buying. But in Ghana, we don't have that. It's always okay. It's my terms. If you can afford it, bye bye. In the country, we are always down. Then the private the upper hand upon the country. That's when we suffer. But say a Chrome hand regulation we are regulation equal, the government benefits equal we are. And I think that it's good. But here is the case this man, when he went and harbor or a negotiation,
yes,
the percentage Ghana punya 10%.
Yeah.
Which it's nothing to like it wouldn't do anything for Ghana. It would do just a little. But negotiation I know say MPP for say if really say some we almost say MPP for some privatization and some MPP for crumple MPP for many they know way they know how to like negotiate.
Yeah.
They will have a better deal. More than these people, way more 10% and now maybe few percent depend. Ghana for so if it goes through kakra me work no.
But thank you very much for your contribution. Bye bye. Abusia phone lines no edaso edem. Utumi fire na wachire wadwen. Monfanche say you cannot hear my interaction, but I think say it is not productive. Into fra. Mebo modern say meet me I interacted. Meet my interactive with you. Until wow, open over to me after now and so no watch the wadring or in summer ye can home.
Me and I'm a because someone so can and one. Not just some kind of lose because they will do so around me. And before by year 2017, what they told us was that most of the contract not your exaggerated cost, no. And you almost renegotiation of the impactment history. It's in our Panama. I'm a Panama video or say before generation capacity and count MSC 2014, 2015. The reason why I had NBC time no Dumsour was about what? A generational capacity. And before by no renegotiation, we see a new generator capacity problem with them. But the problem that we had was about what? Financial capabilities. So why are we going back to Dumsour? So between NBC and MPP, no big didn't drop. And that's what Parliamentary Select Committee on Energy must be bold. They must have the balls to come and tell us the truth. Excuse my French. Because it's Dumsour. And I didn't want to hear you. I didn't issue on here. Causing financial loss, baby. We'll go to the jail. We'll go to that jail because there's no reason why. I also signing power purchasing agreements. I need to get it all. People don't read. Me patron generation we more read. Generation we more read. And this year they have super majority in parliament, but Ghana need be our Ghana need our citizen. And they was say very important to you. They say you must read the fine details, the terms of contract. You don't want taxpayers' money. Now more you to about you be strain anado. You be strain ba omiamasa. Who strain no one strain you do taxpayers' money na you be koto kaniano. You the bet you about omiaka. Who pempo you the bet you about omiaka. You the bet you anado nka. You can see him till the kingdom come. You the whole tax no bet you aneka. You the whole tax better petrol mano. You the whole tax better adiania mano. Understand the issues broadly. Another power you move away from Atembidiano to specific issues of importance to you. And Dumsour, you can trust say, now the under Dumsour, but me under Dumsour, any minutes someone that Dumsour. I am a young generation when collaborate with my veil or for me and maybe I say, they will never sleep in Dumsour. Opposition for your mama lose. Or mama takonya so they will sleep in doom so. Now back up. Me know you better do so. Me cry there. Me feel no inventors. Inventors. You tell me what she are. You doom can you invent an ko. But back in the day, na me inventors. And you're not just a friend, mammy, and I'm going to say, Mamma, can you know? I mean, it's young, I don't think there's a snowstorm in America. It's a snowstorm. It's also shit California. Obi and Obenya can you do so? Obiada can you mo? Approach you, Missy Ghana is Caporo. That's my on the doom so that. Doctor, for example, on the doom so that. Doctor Father, this on the doom so. Beyond the doom so. I will better do so. It's a less budget and focus on the main issue where you're important to me. Don't let us to see between this and people we do drop. Somebody is lying. And then you want power purchasing agreement, America power. And before power, and then this is for signing those contracts away. America power, and then this is for signing contract away. What I said? And we had those agreements before before President Mahama. Any President Mills, President Kufuor, project be I have friend of West Africa Gas Pipeline Project. Okay, so some time ago, may not do so by you know. There was an explanation from government. You the Nigeria forecast, and then you the Nigeria forecast. You the end gas, Nigerian gas. You're from end gas. Not Ghana, you the because Nigeria was giving us gas from Nigeria through the West Africa Gas Pipeline. No, near the Asokaniawa. Bad, you know, near what a Tamano. Na komo di kosi Kumasi because Kumasi de ne bia edu Kenya.
Abusianfo medamu nyina ase ene mo support ene mo contribution. Wa want to me amfre medawase. Wa utumi frɛ yɛn so medawase. Wa unya kwanya behwe misesi yi medawase. Wa behwe video no nso later medawon so ase. Abusia ha said the medical kana ye RAZ Media GH on YouTube, and we are also live on Kennedy Japan Junior on Facebook. Ene medemo ebesi ha medenchia enne kambre ema munyina ede aseda kese ema munyina. What I would just ask you to do and say unyanko ye omodra say obe like video na mame na video na yeden atumi anante said yes na efata na kudru nipadom asum na nsempa na ye che no akọ nipaduru nyina asum. Abusia medamu nyina ase de ene mobra munya ya moneme ebe ye show makra mo ochina nyankopon pa ye besan ahia. Bye bye.